Dragon does go into MSKI's side. There's Equalizer in the back line. That actually, a 5-man! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. We are your shoutcasters for this second game between MSKI
and INFZ.
Yes. I am, of course, GS Asarai with a 9. Alongside here with me is
GS Amplifier.
Yes, and of course, all of this is possible with the official shotmate of the Pro Gaming Series, that is Booster C Energy Shot. Genius. Booster Focus, Booster Game.
Yes.
Alright, sorry guys. Just a little bit of a headache. I don't know, it's just because of all this awesome gaming.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, dude, because it's... wala na eh. Graduate na ako eh. So, chill modes muna habang wala pang trabaho.
The awesome games and the traffic.
Yes, the traffic as well.
Yes.
Grabe guys, na-experience na ba yun na kunyari, isang sakay lang papunta sa computer shop. If ever man ganun kayo, sobrang traffic na, sobrang dami ng tao nag-rush Christmas shopping.
Yeah, grabe talaga yung traffic ngayon. But anyway,
yes,
thank God for the good games then. MSKI really showing that they are the veterans here in this game. Obviously. And hopefully we'll see INFZ bounce back. Nakita natin talagang nahirapan sila, especially in the bot lane. JRM had a very, very hard time trying to get himself back. 20 CS cap is so big, honestly, and he really fell behind. Sobrang late na the second item niya. By 30 minutes, he only had like 2 items. That was not good for INFZ. So hopefully, may magbago sa kanilang either drafting phase or the way they play out the game.
Yeah, you also have to note that, well, the reason also why EXO with the Thunderlord's Decree was always proccing it onto JR was this missed time coming in from Akil's Unbreakable. Every single time na may papasok sila, mag-unbreakable agad siya, and then hinintay lang ni EXO and Kaigo na mawala yun, then babagsak na lahat ng damage output nila kay JR as well as Akil. So like it was an awkward disengage for them. Kasi parang nakikita ko rin, sometimes wala ding, hindi pa off cooldown yung Glacier Fisher, so they couldn't really do anything to stop them. Yeah,
and plus, yung trophy na yun ni Trundle can very easily punish positioning mistakes. So kapag nag-dash in yun si JRM, very easy to just put a trophy behind him. And obviously, si Akil can't do anything about that. So it was very hard for him.
And JRM's that guy who always dashes in and puts out his combo, and then Akil is just the follow-up to just stop all the damage output with the standby me and that again the unbreakable.
Yeah, so it was a good job from EXO, and Kaigo would really shut down this bot lane. Maybe we'll see them do it again, maybe not. Definitely, we want to see improvement on INFZ side because they fell behind by like 15,000 gold by the end of that game, and that was very scary. Nice to see Yume back na sa PGS. Kaya sinasabi natin kanina, parang throwback Thursday ngayon, pero it's actually Saturday today. And it's really nice to see him, especially back on his comfort pick, which is Fizz. No, parang ano na to eh, especially when you see certain roster changes or changes in your starting 5. Halimbawa, SKT, when they change Faker and Easy Hoon, it kind of surprises the other enemy team kasi magbabago yung pick and ban phase niya. Oh no, so we have to change another ban. Are we supposed to ban Fizz this game because Yume is here? Are we supposed to ban Victor because Wind is here? It really changes the dynamic of the pick and ban phase.
Yes, so when all of that is said and done, let's go into the ban and pick phase. This is now Game 2 in this best of 2 series between INFZ Esports and Naga Esports.
Yes, so we'll see what the drafting phase looks like for this game. Interesting to see if they will still lock in Lucian for JRM. Hopefully, nothing bad happens there.
I think it's still alright naman, but then you just have to again note that it's all about controlling that aggression.
Yeah.
If you know that you're not in a good spot to follow through, don't go for it, man.
JRM has to hold back, and I think kailangan talaga mag-approve ni Akil in terms of keeping his AD carry safe.
Yes, exactly. It's a 2v2 in the bottom lane, not a 2v1.
Yes, and JRM has to literally stand behind him, not stay in front of him and then get caught by the trophy.
Exactly.
You have to stay behind him.
But looking into it right now, Rise and Twisted Fate for INFZ Esports.
Of course, everything on Yume now, especially after his performance kanina, talaga natakot siguro yung INFZ. You know what, let's just ban all of Yume's champions.
And they're alright with giving Colette possibly the Zac yet again, but we do see that INFZ Esports are on the blue side. They have that first pick advantage, so we'll see what they will do with it. Natin, baka Lucian na naman ni JR yung kunin nila.
Well, there's MSKI banning out Mundo. The reason they're doing that is aside from the fact na pwede siyang maging magandang flex pick, TG and Colette are not the kind of people to use Mundo either in the top or jungle. Of course, TG wants to be like the flashy duelist kind of top laner, and Colette is the Well, he's not really a Mundo kind of jungler. Mundo, it doesn't fit him.
Likes to go for that Jarvan-esque type of champions where he can dash over the walls, which is what he actually did with that Zac.
Yeah.
You see it
jumping over the walls.
Yeah, exactly. Elastic slingshot from a super far range and catches off the members of Infuse Esports off guard.
Yeah, he needs to get those champions na nakakatulong sa laning phase because it really helps TG, Yume, and EXO to all get ahead into the mid game. Of course, their team composition can change depending on what they want to go for. Pero maganda talaga yung presence ni Kulit kanina with Zac.
Yes, exactly. So we'll see right now.
Gangplank banned again.
So no, it's actually similar bans.
Yeah.
From game 1.
Annie being banned still.
Yeah, so they really do respect this Gangplank. They don't want any shenanigans coming in from that champion itself. Alright, so it's going to be a first pick Shen here from the side of Infused. That can be the top lane as well as a support.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good flex pick, not revealing anything. And Akil won't be using Braum this game, so we're going to see a bit of a change in the bot lane dynamic there.
Yeah.
Zac again for Kulit. You can't never go wrong with this at this point. It's really, he had a pretty successful game 1, so that obviously gave him confidence.
Is that really going to be?
I don't think so. Echo has really fallen off.
That's true though.
Yeah, Echo has really fallen off, and Riot actually decided to just not do anything about it. So far, it seems like he's just not so effective.
They just left the newer champions to rot.
Yeah.
In terms of the changing meta.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm still sad we won't get to see Poppy this game. And want to see like TG, smacking people all the way back to the Nexus. But
I've played Poppy quite a bit, and then there are so many times where in that ultimate actually just saved me. So many times.
Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin hammering down, dapat hammering away. away now.
No, dude, but you can actually go for the hammer smash naman yung
kill niya. So hammering down pa rin. Okay, fine. We can't get away from that line.
It's a staple.
It's a staple thing on Poppy. Yeah. So Gragas and Kalista being locked in there. JRM not gonna be on Lucian for this game.
Oh wow.
So he's gonna be on a Kalista, which will be interesting kasi iba yung mechanics nila. So hopefully he'll be able to use that martial poise to the best of his abilities.
So for the Kalista, it's more of the jump everywhere, try to get your red stacks and the rip people sauce out. But then for like Lucian, it's dashing in, then pow pow pow. Yeah, get your damage off there. Wow, look at this.
So Lissandra's actually pretty good right now in the current meta. She does actually pretty well top or mid, so it's not a bad pick.
And it's pretty nice because like if ever your opposing team goes in for those dash heavy type of champions, Lissandra can be a counter with that ultimate as well as her roots from the W.
Yeah. So Caitlyn also popping out here. She was buffed recently. Slight buff lang naman. Dati kasi the number of auto attacks it takes to proc headshot were 7 and then 6 and then 5. Pero ngayon flat 6 na siya. So basically much better in the early game kasi you were able to proc it every 6 hits. But changes his mind. Okay, so he's back to Vayne, which will not be so bad either. Pretty good frontline setup already actually for Vayne. Meron naman sila Zac, meron sila Trundle.
And Mordekaiser over.
No.
I don't think so. Yeah. But well, speaking of Mordekaiser, looking into the PBE, they did added more AD to his stats. How to explain this, but I'll get you guys back onto that. I need to refresh my memory if ever.
Yeah.
Alright, but looking into it again, so it's going to be the pick off or actually initiate. So much initiate coming in from MSKI's side. I did say Lissandra has that counter engage potential, but then her engage potential is really good.
Yeah.
Slows as well as that Frozen 2 just catching off that single opponent. Well, making it that into an easy 4v5 situation for them.
Yeah, and they actually have a lot of ways to get to the back line here. Lissandra and Kulit can all bounce onto Doinks here using the Kalista, so she won't be able to martial poise out of anywhere if they can get the right setup. And EXO, on Vayne, definitely Vayne is probably the best 1v1 AD carry in this game, so he will be able to take on Doinks, or rather see JRM pala if ever we reach that late game. Doinks going back to his Orianna for this game, and JRM gonna take that Renekton.
Well, we have seen quite a bit of nice plays coming in from that Doinks Orianna, but well, we'll see, because it's one of the setup composition here coming in from Infuse Esports.
And this comp kind of looks to fall off towards late game again. No, actually earlier, maganda yung late game ng Victor tsaka yung Irelia. Pero this game, it's looking like a more mid-game centered composition. So hopefully it will be Infuse now who puts their foot forward and really decides to take a lead. MSKI here doesn't mind this time to make it reach late game. And now we're seeing Yume
with
on another
Zed.
assassin. Zed is a champion we have not seen in a while, which I honestly feel really bad for being a mid lane main. I hate that Zed is no longer that viable. But maybe Yume will convince me otherwise and, you know, bring me back to Zed. But we'll see how that one decides to go. TG gonna be on Lissandra. Ito yung medyo uncommon. Hindi natin nakita madalas na nagme-mage si TG for top lane.
Yeah.
But he has used Annie and LeBlanc before in the top lane. So
but
this is
that
not
was
so
a Triforce
new.
LeBlanc, a Bruiser LeBlanc.
Yeah, so that was a bit weird.
Just a little bit of an input, I guess, like onto why the Zed could be possible to work with right now is because the buff on the Cunning Mastery tree as well. You know, adding that armor penetration on the second tier before the Warlord's Thunderlord's Decree rather, and then the Thunderlord's Decree having that 0.01 to the AD ratio of it.
Yeah, plus there's also the Assassin Mastery now.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yes. So that will help for isolated targets, especially if GRM decides to split push, which he should not do since Zed is in this game. That will be pretty scary if Yume gets around to roam.
Yeah, exactly. And lots of items already complementing that Zed split push and 1v1 potential as well. You know, the Yomu's Ghost Blade plus 65 damage, and then, you know, when you go in for the Death Mark, the active effect of it, attack speed as well as the damage output, again from the 65, just could be enough, you know?
Yeah, it's possible. Yun na yung problema talaga kasi kay Zed, nawala yung Brutalizer. So there's like, in general, the AD assassins have sort of disappeared because of the itemization. Naapektahan yung mga AD assassin to the changes on the AD carry items because you ended up removing Brutalizer, and Riot probably didn't see that coming. They weren't ready to release an AD assassin item, which I think they're working on right now, but we probably won't see it until next year. I'm interested to see how Yume will work on his items in this game because kanina nga nag-fizz siya and he went for Sheen but finished Abyssal Scepter immediately right after.
Yeah.
So that was the path that he decided to go for. Now we'll see kung ano yung piliin niyang build path para kay Zed.
Yeah, I think he was just respecting the damage output from Toinks as well because, well, there was a misplay I saw coming in from Yume.
Yeah.
Like, he hesitated. Toinks actually got out the Chaos Storm in front of his face and then just, you know,
Thunderlord's Decree.
Yeah, removed him from the face of the earth.
Yeah, pretty much. He was hesitant. Hopefully, you can never be hesitant with Zed.
Yeah.
You have to be 101% confident when you play this guy. Otherwise, you're gonna fail every single time like I do. So, yeah.
No, man. You have to respect it. You're in a Zero main. So,
okay, It's a different thing. It's a different thing.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what I was saying. Kasi nga si Wind tsaka si Yume, iba talaga yung champions nila. That's why, if you were able to put Wind in this game, you might consider stealing Victor away from him. But since it's Yume, you know, we're seeing different pans. Yung nga yung Rise, yung Twisted Fate. They're banning these because Yume is very good on both these champions.
And he's a conservative mid laner. So seeing him on a Zed, that's something.
Well, yeah. Although, ginamit naman niya yung ibang assassins like Zed and Fizz before alongside yung ibang scaling champions like Rise. So it won't be that different. Yun nga lang, I'm hoping to see him put more confidence in his plays. Kasi nga, there were some hesitant plays rather earlier in the game, in game 1.
Exactly. Looking into it now, guys, we do see the Gragas for Hechizo here. Didn't want to go in for the Lee Sin anymore, but yeah, looking into the way that Infuse Esports have built up their composition, it really works out that the Gragas with the Orianna, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Infuse has a much more clear... It looks like the composition of Infuse mas clear yung win conditions nila ngayon. Kasi nung tinitignan natin yung composition kanina, no, it was Irelia, Lee Sin, Victor, Lucian, and Braum. Medyo malilito ka kasi ano nga ba yung gagawin nila sa composition nito? Lee Sin tried to put some ganks but he wasn't able to. Then the GRM falls behind. It's like you didn't know what exactly was the strength of this composition. But in this case, you know 100% for sure that this comp is gonna explode in mid-game because you have Kalista, you have Orianna, and you have tanks to keep them safe. So it's much clearer what Infuse has to do. The only question is, can they do it? Can they achieve the clear win conditions? For MSKI naman, they actually don't mind kind of prolonging this game until late because you have EXO on Vayne. So EXO Vayne late game, it's pretty clear.
GG, well played. All right, guys. So before we do, again, go into the matches right now, I guess we will see first the schedule of what the next game will be. Yes, of course. I believe it is Naga Esports versus
Imperium Pro Team. Yeah, this is
the main team.
This is a game I'm really looking forward to. Imperium Pro Team has been pretty strong in the previous weeks with some tiny downfalls here and there. I still have doubts about yung macro play nila, the rotations, etc. Pero in terms of, yung mga galawan tsaka mechanics nila, obviously they're on the top of the list. And it's nice to see Light, the previous mid laner for Gods transferring into IPT, really showing pretty good performance so far. Really one of the best mid laners in the Philippines. And Naga, of course, really showing a new face in this split. They weren't so good in the previous split, but they've showed pretty good rotations coming into this game. And they were ahead of the pick and ban phase in terms of knowing the power picks. So it's really nice to see them being on top in terms of strat and even in rotations. Can they use strat and rotations to beat a team na sobrang galing sa mechanics? That's what I'm looking forward to. But right now, we focus on the Rift. MSKI versus INFZ.
So guys, this is the second game between, again, INFZ Esports and MSKI. Looking into the blue side, we have INFZ Gertrude in the top lane with the Renekton. In the jungle, it's going to be Hechiza on that Gragas. In the middle lane, it's going to be Toinks with the Orianna. And in the bottom lane duo, we have JRM for the Kalista, and Akil will be his support Shen.
Alright, meanwhile for the red side, that's going to be MSKI, our veterans who just won Game 1. Can they take Game 2? We'll see about that. That's going to be TG in the top lane with Lissandra. Kulit in the jungle with Zach, Yume in the mid lane with Zed, and for the bot lane, that's Exo and Kaigu on Vayne and Trundle.
Colette with the golden Zac rather than the Majin Buu.
Looks like honey. Like sweet honey.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It'll be actually cool if you have a Volibear here and then, Colette just gets wrecked by a Volibear. Give me my honey.
Parang sarap. It looks so... yeah, but actually it'll be Colette doing the eating because he has been performing really well.
Exactly, with those
so far
ganks.
With Zach. Yeah. So no lane swaps being pulled off, I think. And that's going to be Exo being pretty confident to face this Kalista at the bot lane. Kalista not that great in dueling anyway during the early game. He's not exactly considered a lane bully.
Yeah, but with the Shen, I actually like the composition with it because it is a Trundle. Kahit mamatamaan ka nung Ice Pillar niya, when the Shen goes in for the Shadow Dash and gets actually that taunt on that Vayne, that's enough time for JM to actually stack a few Ren stacks and then just rip out some damage onto Exo.
Kaigu really has to focus on putting the trophy in front of JRM. Para kahit pumasok si Akil, he can block JRM.
Yeah, puts him out of the range or actually just zones him down.
Yeah, exactly. Really about the bot lane mechanics here, and I'm really interested to see if INFZ can go like that though.
But JRM a little bit too far away.
Yeah.
Though lots of damage already onto Exo, putting him to around 60 HP.
Yeah, and good flex pick here now coming in from MSKI where they took Lissandra. Ang galing na flex pick na to kasi when they locked in Renekton, they had no idea that this list was going up top. So the harass coming in from this is really hurting Gertrude right now, who is at 50%
Yeah, and
HP.
again, when that Renekton tries to go in for the slice and dice, all Lissandra has to do is to get out that Ring of Frost and stops him right in his tracks. Look at this.
Ooh.
See?
There you go. Oh my gosh.
And the Thunderlord's agree just putting so much hurt into the backbone of that Renekton. Whoops.
Yeah, sorry, I dragged the mouse, guys.
It's alright, man. It's alright.
So we'll see how things go so far. Again, in terms of win conditions, mid-game talaga yung focus dito ng INFZ. They want to be able to get that mid-game lead and hopefully end the game by that time around 30 minutes. Meanwhile, MSKI, they're probably going to leave Exo to farm for quite a long time. Meanwhile, Yume, TG, and Kulit will probably work together to create chaos around the map to try and get some picks.
Exactly. And there's a lot of, versatility with the composition of MSKI as well. Having that split push threat, when either Exo or Yume get their itemizations, they can just wreck turrets pretty fast.
Yeah, that's true.
And this might actually, force INFZ Esports to deal with them. And then, again, like you said, Exo on that Vayne is a 1v1 just beast.
Yeah.
And Yume having the, well, again, that burst champion Zed can be, like an alternative split pusher for the MSKI side.
That's true. Depending on the itemization that you may take, which I'm very interested to see kasi kakopyan ko na naman to.
Yeah, man. Sa solo queue. Yun din yung natin yung dahilan ko ba tayo nanonood ng PGS sa shoutcast. Ito pala yung build na to. Matry nga. Kaso nakikita na natin sa solo queue. Okay, gumagana talaga siya.
Yeah, experimentation. Ooh, Shadow Taunt within.
Yes, but look at this Hechiza's gonna just waddle his way into bottom lane, just showing his fat belly to the MSKI duo bot.
Yeah, so they won't be able to get any ganks there. And Gertrude already being forced to back. Oh, I thought TG was gonna go in there.
Yeah, don't think so. He just wants to stop Gertrude from teleporting back.
Yeah, and Toink's actually getting harassed there at the mid lane. CS lead. Slight CS lead right now at top lane. More for mid.
Oh, nicely timed there with the Ice Pillar. Will force the flash coming out from JRM. Exo almost gets the stun. Nicely done by this.
That's the synergy we're looking for here, actually, at bot lane. It's the pillar to condemn combo. And hopefully we'll be able to see that beautiful combo later on. But Yume doing actually a really good job of bullying out Toinks from this lane.
Yeah,
he's very low on mana right now.
Yeah, you'd expect though, with the range champion of that Orianna, she's going to be able to at least get that CS, you know, stabilized against the Zed.
Yeah, but Yume's full health and he's only used one pot so far.
Yeah.
Toinks has nothing left and he's probably going to be forced to back out there.
Yes, also have to note that Yume, you know, being a little bit safe, did going for that long sword with the 3-pot, so he won't be taking too much harass because he can't chug that back up with the potions. But looking into it yet again, nicely done combo by Kaigu and EXO, you know, just forcing JRM and a kill to split themselves up, and a kill cannot go in range of that Shadow Dash just because of how well Kaigu has been zoning out either one of these two players in that bottom lane.
Yeah, so really great to see. There is a lead really in this mid lane. Top and bot though, mukhang even naman yung CS nila so far, so there's not really such a big lead there. Good job from Gertrude actually to keep himself, you know, safe in this lane despite the harass from TG.
Yeah, and Gertrude actually didn't have to teleport back to top lane. He only walked in and still is close to the CS of TG.
Yeah, that's good news for them, but mid lane here really looking to... Toinks is having a bit of a hard time there. We'll see when Kulit will decide to show his face here. Will we see the belly or the jelly first? That is the question.
The belly, or I like that.
Yeah. You like my puns?
Yeah, nice stun onto JRM. Will he get the second hit, or the first proc of that Silver Bolts, only onto a kill? But teleport coming in from Gertrude. He does have his ultimate backup. Will they go in onto this? Force the flash from EXO, but look at his 4 members from MSKI are here. The combo coming out from TG will allow them to push out the members of Infuse, and that will get the kill onto JRM as well as Gertrude. Wow.
I long for the day when Gertrude's TP will succeed. But so far, we have not seen...
So far, not so good.
Yeah.
Well, look at this. So far, not... Yume wants to go in for some blood, but... Yeah.
So, sabi niya, share naman, guys. Ako rin. Gusto ko magka-spotlight, tagal-tagal ko na wala sa PGS.
Iwanan ko naman to si Toinks sa mid lane. Hanap na tayo ng kills dito. Eh, syempre, 4 tayo doon. Gawin natin 5.
Yeah. Sadly, no spotlight or highlight reel there for Yume. But that is going to be a bot lane tower that early. Will they take it down already?
I think it's alright for them. That'll at least, you know, force Infuse Esports to...
Yeah, they take it.
Yeah, to focus the wards in that bottom area.
Yeah, there is a ping on Dragon actually.
Yeah.
And will they take it? Sentinel there. Gonna spot them out. This might be a bit of an obvious one. Although actually ang layo ni Hechiza, so I don't think that they can contest this Dragon.
And they don't have vision of it.
Yeah,
they do have that Sentinel from the Kalista, but it's
disappeared already.
Yeah, disappeared already from the range. Oh, I think that Ice Splitter was just there to stop the Sentinel from moving any more forward.
And we were answered our question. Apparently we saw the jelly before the belly. So
yeah,
apparently the jelly wins there, and he gets a kill actually for himself to get that Bami Cinder.
Yes.
So we'll
and
see.
Looking into it right now, Hechiza gonna go for only the Ruby Crystal and that pink ward. So he wants to give at least more vision. Oh, of course, coupled with that Tracker's Knife, you know, to possibly go in for that deep vision and counter out this insane elastic slingshot range coming in from Colette, because nobody from Infuse Esports, I think, expects that, you know, that safety or that aggressiveness coming in from this. Look at that, he's even charging it in front of the ward.
The jelly was spotted.
Yeah, by the belly.
Yeah.
We gotta stop this.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep this going, man.
Alright, looking into it in the top lane, Gertrude very low on HP.
Yeah, he's finally falling behind actually on CS.
Yeah,
so 36 to 50, and
TG wants to go in. There's the Ice Prison, will knock him down, and TG will get himself his first kill in that top lane, putting Gertrude in such a bad position right now.
Yeah, nag-flash pa nga siya eh. I don't think you need to do that, but anywho, he got the kill. Rift Herald is open right now, but I'm not sure if they're gonna take it just yet. Hechizo still not showing his belly in any of the lanes, but he might just show it in mid lane right now.
Yes. Their combo is there, and look at that damage from the the Thunderlord's Decree is putting quite a bit of hurt into the HP bar of Toinks.
Yeah, 9 minutes so far into the game, and a 3,000 gold lead is already pretty big coming in from MSKI.
Yes, exactly.
Mostly sa CS talaga, kasi halos lahat ng lane 20 CS lead so far in this game, and EXO really freezing it towards the turret despite taking bot turret. So really,
they want to starve out.
ano yung options talaga dito ni JRM, it's not a lot.
it's either JRM takes the farm of Hechiza, or they put him to the top lane, which is what
they did.
which is they're doing right now. So at least that will allow Kalista to get the farm, but they're just gonna keep Gertrude in such an awkward position where he won't get CS. And like you said in game 1 on a Renekton, or rather, yeah, on your analysis, Renekton has to get the items to be able to be that frontliner, to be tanky enough as well as damage heavy enough to be that threat as that. No, he is a lane bully, but then TG countered the lane bully with another lane bully.
Yes, exactly. It's not a bullying day for Renekton today.
Yeah, man.
He's being forced to be comfortable in his sando away from the lane. Sadly.
Yeah, man. Giniginaw na siya eh.
Oo nga eh. Siyempre, look at that, Lissandra. So cold and evil, taking away 30 CS from you. Yeah, so it's quite sad.
Yes.
Oh, but I don't think... Oh, wait. I think TG can see the bond and that Akil's there.
Though you have to note that, well, Akil is a Shen, so even though if he isn't in that top lane, the threat of the ultimate does present itself.
When are you gonna go in?
I think he's just waiting for TG to be aggressive.
Come on.
I think he's just waiting for TG to be aggressive.
There you are.
There you go. There's a Ring of Frost countering it, and the Glacial Band. Nice time Shadow Dash coming out of Akil. Might for TG here to use the ultimate. Yes, it does go in onto JRM, but the Red Tax is just enough to get the kill onto the freezing Lissandra in the top lane.
Yeah, potential Rift Herald actually here since most of the members are top, pero I'm not sure kung kukunin ba nila. Meanwhile, Exo is just farming away freely at bot lane.
Yes,
they might take mid.
Yes, you have to see here right now that Colette is in the sideline. Might go for the engage if Infuse Esports started off, but, well, they're a little bit, you know, lax. They don't want to be that aggressive because they know that Colette, he loves to go from very far places.
Yeah, he's actually waiting at mid lane to see kung mag-overextend bantong Infuse, but I think Infuse is just gonna back out.
Yeah, and he actually has the time for it. He doesn't waste anything because his jungle is cleared out.
Yeah, so 1 minute and 50 until Dragon, and still no objectives.
Also, guys, this is the 5.24 patch. So this is the patch where the Rift Herald drops his Oculus, his eye, on the ground. Yeah, so that's the person who does get the Rift Herald buff.
Yes.
Also, you have to know, I think they also added the change wherein when Nunu consumes the Rift Herald, he also gets the buff.
Yeah, they did.
So we might see, you know, in the following games with the control type of playstyle that Naga tries to do. I think it was game 1 last week. We could try out for that Nunu jungler. We might see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's a possibility. But looking into it, TG again. Oh, misses the Shadow Dash. They're coming in from a kill. But the threat of the Shen in the top lane is just putting a lot of hurt into TG, though. 90 CS to 41.
Yeah, it's still a lot of CS when you compare them. And EXO, 20 CS lead right now.
Oh, look at this. Coletto knocks it up. But let's bounce, baby, as they force the flash coming out. Only gets the shockwave onto Colette. But look at this, the combo onto Yume might just be enough. As well as Clyger there to defend him. But the explosive cast explodes into the face of the Zed. While that is happening, EXO in the bottom lane will be split pushing against Gertrude, pulling a lot of damage onto this. Renekton does have his dominance still up.
Yeah, the ult of Hechiza finished off Yume there. Medyo nahuli siya sa taunt dun ni Shen, and his positioning was punished. But 21,000 to 18,000 right now, so that's still a pretty big gold lead. Wala pa ring Rift Herald actually na nakuha. Apparently, he drops an Eye Relic, which you pick up. So that you can get the buff.
Yes, you also have to note that even though they did get that revenge kill onto Yume, they got the initial kill onto Toinks, gave a lot of XP as well as gold into the side of MSKI, and that just keeps, you know, putting Infused on a very awkward situation because Gragas getting a kill is not as important as the Orianna getting herself, you know, the kills for the gold.
That's true. And gaya na sinabi natin kanina no pick and ban phase, dapat makakuha ng early to mid game lead yung Infuse para manalo. Pero right now, it's really looking like MSKI pa rin yung may lead. And that's really not good because EXO is ahead in CS. Yume and TG are doing just fine bullying their co-laners, and it's really looking bad.
Yeah, and Infuse Esports here need to do something because with that 3,000 gold lead, you know, it just allows MSKI to go into that hyper carry state even faster. They have to make something explosive because, well, they have the explosive team called Shockwave. That's explosive. The explosive gas. It's in the name.
It's in the
explosive.
Name. What Infuse has to do here is immediately after their item power spike, I mean, you could imagine once there's around 2 core items from Oriana tapos yung dalawang core item ni JRM, they should probably manage their side waves and then force a team fight around an objective.
Yes,
The problem is MSKI's gonna take this one.
Yes, looking into it, Hedges a one-man Gragas going to go against Kaigo and Colette. But the flank coming in from Infuse Esports actually allows them to get that Dragon. Yume gets the kill onto Hedges, and they're trying desperately to get the kill onto the blobs of the Zac. There's also coming out of Yume, and a 3-man Shockwave will actually stop that aggression. But look at this, EXO in the backline is wreaking havoc into the members of Infused Esports. Was that worth it? As it looks like he still wants to go in against Toix and JRM, but he's now desperately trying to run for his life. Ooh, the ball almost gets the kill. Will it connect yet again?
Oh,
Shutdown there coming in from JRM. So nicely done by Infused Esports. Oh my god, Toix, what are you doing? What are you going there, man? You might get killed by Yume, and yes, you will. But while that is all happening, TG, the top lane, gonna get that tier 1 and tier 2.
All for Dragon. All of that just for Dragon.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of, that's already an 8,000 gold lead from MSKI after that chaotic team fight. We'll take a look at that replay. So tignan natin kung ano nga pa yung nangyari. Hechizo shows his belly in front of the jelly and tries to take in this Dragon. There's a lot of slows coming out here, and whoa, what happened there? Hechizo really trying. The important part of this, EXO was zoned all the way out. And then Hechizo, while he's not able to get the buff, the Dragon buff, Gertrude comes in and he does take it. See, Kulet was already out of the fight. He was already down on his passive, and Zed here tries to be really, really fakery and comes in and tries to take a kill, but he doesn't actually get anything. He gets Shockwave and is forced immediately out of the fight for so long.
Yes.
Basically, ang pangit ng pag-start ng MSKI. They weren't able to secure the area properly. They didn't have proper vision, and a several-man Shockwave really disrupted that.
There's the engage onto Gertrude. So much damage output coming out of this Cassandra, and that will be all said and done as JRM wants to go in for the re-engage.
Yeah, and now there's going to be the TP coming in. TG, can he escape?
Oh no, he's trying to fight it! No!
Oh, so close.
So close.
But almost is never enough, and that's probably going to be a really safe TG. Top lane now is open for Infused.
Also, I think just a little bit of insight on that clash as well in the Dragon area. Infused Esports were trying to get the kill onto Colette's blocks. Oh, wait.
There's the code coming in from Booster C, our official shotmate of the PGS. That's G*50KUT21A WW41MZN. Again, warning, huwag niyong i-type yung question mark. You're supposed to guess that, and if you're able to guess the correct missing character, makakakuha kayo ng skin. Courtesy again of our sponsor, Booster C. Boost your focus, boost your game. And now we're back in the game. Rift Herald is still open, and Colette actually started it already. So we'll see who secures this one.
So it looks like it's going to be MSKI who will be able to secure this, but Infused Esports have vision of it. But, well, this team doesn't want to have any of that, and they will just allow the eye to be dropped, and it will go to the Lissandra.
Yeah.
As TG has been split pushing this whole game, not actually going into the clashes quite often.
More pushing at that top lane, which is already super pushed. Actually, wala na yung outer turrets. And there's a 1v1.
Yes, and there's a damage output coming out of EXO, but is it enough that a kill will be there?
Oh my gosh!
It doesn't connect onto JRM, and that will allow Infuse a kill to get the last hit. JRM a little bit too tense there. Didn't want to get the last hit, didn't want EXO to go in for the counter play.
Yeah, so that was a good job from JRM not to get too greedy to try and get that kill. Okay na he was saved by a kill for that kill.
Yes, exactly. And now looking into it, TG in that top lane putting so much pressure with that wave. But while that is happening, Yume in the mid lane forced to flash as a kill yet again. Looks like he wants to start something for his team right now. But look at this, there's a nice jump pillar coming out of the Trundle. We'll get nothing out of it, but the Rift Herald still in the hands of TG can make these minions hurt against those turrets.
Yeah, and a kill. Receiving a lot of damage there.
Gonna go in.
Oh no.
Yume might get caught out here. Another jump pile coming out of Kaigu's W, or E rather.
Yeah, we'll see if they can take this mid lane. EXO is still trying to push out bot. Kalista will be there to defend, so I don't think they can secure this one. Barano coming up in 40 seconds. And Dragon's coming up in 1 minute and 30. They can't set up for either one. So we'll see what they decide to go for.
There's still 3/4 into the timer of that Rift Herald. But there's only the mid-tier 2 alive, and looking into it, MSKI don't really have that form of siege potential, but then they have the explosive dive comp with the help from the Zac Elastic Slingshot and Less Bounce. And then, again, like you said, Trundle just using that Ice Pillar to make it an awkward position for Infused Esports to do anything with.
I think the best option here really for MSKI, no, para mas snowball pa yung lead nila, mag-set up sila ng vision around a certain objective, like Dragon, take away all the vision in the area. You don't necessarily have to take the objective. Just force everyone to come there, catch them off guard, take them out one by one, and then that's when you take the turret. Because sieging is really not their specialty.
And again, MSKI, again, has that composition in hand. And like you said, you don't have to force anything. There have been a lot of plays wherein you just force your opponents to check that area, force them to actually put a ward, and you know where their position is, immediately going for the pickoffs, and then you can make that objective an easier time to finish.
Yeah,
because
that's
you're like
four side orbs actually coming from MSKI, so they really can't set up vision around an area and use that sweeper from Kaigu.
Really wanting to go in onto TG, but TG says again, bro, haven't you learned I have my Ring of Frost? I can just stop you in your tracks.
And he already has Zhonya's too, so that's really going to be a hard target to take down. What does Infuse want to do? They really want to get vision actually before MSKI does. Because what they want to do is, gusto nila mag-set up ng team fight eh. Sobrang lakas actually yung team fight nila. The problem is no Runans yet for JRM.
Yes, so you can't,
Toinks actually already kind of hurts.
Yes, but now looks like MSKI will be getting themselves the third dragon into the game, into their pockets, while Infused Esports are content with getting themselves this mid-tier 1. But is it enough time that MSKI can't go for the counter engage? But look at this, in the backline is going to be TG. He's going to catch someone off guard as it looks like Infused Esports wants to go for the disengage, but there's the last bounce coming out of Colette.
There we go, that's going to be a kill trying to go in. He gets ulted by Jared to keep himself safe. There's the knockup. And oh my gosh, a 3-man shockwave to take a lot of them down. But will it be enough for Infuse to win this one? They still are pretty even so far. And Akil's going to try and escape there. And facing the mountain to keep himself safe. TG goes in with a triple kill. And there's going to be 2 men left. What are they going to do?
Alright, it looks like it's going to be only Kaigu alive as they did get the kill onto Exo very, very quickly. He's going to get caught out by that barrel roll. Second time he gets the kill. TG and then Kaigu.
We need a replay of that. That was so explosive. I don't know how Infuse won that one exactly, but this is really good news for Infuse.
Exo died really quickly.
So, okay, there's going to be the engage. Coming in from Kulit, the knockup doesn't hit anyone. Now there's going to be a TP coming in from behind. I think that's Gertrude, and Exo is going to try and deal with him. This means the only damage dealers left are Yume and TG. And Akil tried to keep himself safe. Toinks lands a beautiful shockwave here while they're at that choke point there. Triple plus the taunt. And that's a beautiful combo right there. Exo is so zoned by Gertrude here, so distracted that he dies from the burst damage right there. And at this point, there's only TG left to deal damage. They lose Exo, they lose Yume, and at this point, that's why they lost the fight.
Wow, so Infused Esports are keeping themselves into the game with that clutch play, playing around the carries of MSKI, and Gertrude only has a Titanic Hydra in his hands. How did he kill Exo?
I have no idea, honestly. But
Exo has a Phantom Dancer in Blade of the Ruined King. He shouldn't be able to do that.
But that's exactly what we want to see from a Renekton. Actually, kanina pa dapat in Game 1, that's what we want to see. You want to see the Renekton zoning out that AD carry so that he doesn't deal any damage and you can win the fight for the rest of the part. Yume actually doesn't exactly do a lot of DPS in a team fight. You want to single out because the Assassin Mastery, if ever he's using it, deals damage against isolated targets.
But it looks like it's going to be engaged on Toinks. Only Colette here, the one-man army, gonna go in against the Infused Esports members. But look at this, PG in the backline is gonna use the Ice 2 onto Toinks, putting in very low HP as Exo will get the execute onto that. And it looks like MSKI right now are just picking off Infused members one by one.
There's the Ice death animation as they secure that kill, and MSKI immediately getting their revenge.
That was an explosive fight.
Yeah, now that's gonna be Baron, I believe. No vision coming in for Infuse. Oh, wait, they actually have a ward there, but I don't think they can contest. The most painful member, being Toinks, actually is not present here. Yes. So I don't know if they can contest this. The side waves, or rather bot wave, is actually already pushed as well. So this is going to be a free, uncontested Baron for MSKI.
Yes, and again, there is no, like you said, there is no painful damage dealer for Infuse side. And all of the AoE CC champions of Infuse Esports who can dislocate, locate the members of Mineski, you know, to force them in awkward positions are not there. They died.
Yeah.
Echizo and Toinks. So.
Yeah, that was really bad actually. That really threw away what could have been the start of the end of Mineski.
Yeah,
and Infused.
Infused Esports weren't expecting Colette going in again after that clash. They thought that they have made Mineski's mindset a little bit unstable.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Mineski being that veteran team, just say, we'll keep our cool. TG going again from the back line and then just, you know, catch people off guard.
Yeah.
It happened. They won.
That's going to be Baron buff now. I'm not sure what Infuse can do to stop this. 25 minutes in, and that's an 8,000 gold lead. Another huge lead for Mineski coming into the mid game here.
And now it looks like Mineski are starting to put the vision in that mid-tier 2 area, wanting to knock onto Infuse Esports side. Will Infuse Esports actually answer with a win in terms of the clashes, or will they just allow Mineski to bombard their base, you know, kick their door open and say, honey, I'm home?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, again, from the
honey jelly thing, yeah.
Well, look at this, TG taking a lot of damage. He actually goes in on the JRM, but JRM has it with that QSS. Nice killer from Kaigu. Will try to stop Infuse from getting the pick onto TG, but will not happen.
Yeah, Quicksilver Sash, I believe, from JRM to save him from the ult of TG, and that's why he was able to survive that one. I'm not sure actually kung ba't pumasok si TG done, because that was 1v5.
Yeah, but TG, I think, just wanted to reposition, but Infuse Esports says, meh, we're not gonna let you. And it looks like while that is happening, Mineski are still go on the offensive, mid-tier 3 down, as well as Yume in that bottom lane, getting, I believe, the bot tier 3.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a couple of free turrets, I think, for Mineski, and kaya ba nilang tapusin ito? That's gonna be an inhib, and really nice minion right there. Man, that's an awesome
looking minion.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that winter update, or I think 5.24.
It looks great.
Yeah.
See if they can knock out this Nexus.
Rita
as
have really
as
outdone
possible.
themselves.
Yeah, see if they can take this one out. Again, this is not their specialty, siege comp, especially with a short range AD carry. Very easy to punish the positioning here of EXO if he decides to overextend.
Yes, but now TG is alive. He has, you know, an opportunity to go teleport. Well, looks like he will on that huge minion. Do they have a banner of command? Why is that minion so huge? Just because of the Baron buff?
Yeah,
what the hell?
pretty much. Alright, Inhib trying to be taken there. They're trying to confuse Infuse right now because they know they can't take them in a straight 5v5. Infuse wants to get the ideal engage.
Yes, but look at that EXO with the final hour as well as the tumble saves himself, and TG going ultis himself, and it looks like Infuse are confused, and they will go down one by one. Gertrude gonna go in from the backline, trying to catch EXO out from before, but it will not happen now. And look at EXO even going into the well of Infuse. He just wants to get all the kills, baby, but it will not happen. TG just, you know, distract the members of Fuse as the other members of Mineski are gonna go and get those mid-Nexus turrets.
Yeah, EXO was way too aggressive there, and now they're trying to get the kills that they can, but I'm not sure if JRM can save the Nexus. There's the E, and he goes in. He gets the shutdown, and this is probably going to be an ace coming in for Mineski, and they look to get another game in this best of 2. They really show their veteran experience. They made a couple of mistakes here and there, especially with that failed tumble from EXO coming in, but regardless, they're able to secure game 2, and wow, what an exciting game. It's much better than the first game, but sadly,
Infuse Esports are here. They respond. They want to answer. Colette, does he have his blobs? Yes, he will. There's the honey on the ground.
Eat the honey.
Eat the honey. Will you get it? Will you get the last hit? Oh, no, it's a smite. Okay. So it will be Heads with the last hit.
Yeah.
But, well, unless Infuse Esports can get a clean ace, they cannot stop this Mineski train, you know, just finishing off the game, because 12,000 gold lead. Wow.
Well, unless EXO like tumbles in and dies again, but I don't know if that's gonna happen again.
Yeah. Don't think EXO will allow his name to be tarnished by a missed tumble.
Yeah. Dragon is up there. That's gonna be possible third dragon for Mineski. Or they could just go into the Nexus and knock it out. We'll see what they decide to do.
Well, I think if Mineski just wants to finish this game off, they should just do that because, well, Infuse are left in an awkward position wherein they still don't have the items to duel Mineski.
Yeah, unless they get a miraculous team fight, mukhang hindi na talaga mananalo yung Infuse dito. That's a huge gold lead. Again, above 10,000 coming from Mineski. Pinapakita talaga nila yung experience nila in this game. Tignan na natin kung makakapawi pa kaya yung Infused unless nga there is a miraculous team fight. Hopefully, we see that 5-man shockwave come in.
Yeah. So, looking into the itemizations right now, EXO's items as a whole, we don't see a static ship anymore coming into this vein because, well, they did buff up the Phantom Dancer, I think 5% to the attack speed.
Yeah, plus they took away the static and RFC synergy.
Yeah, exactly. And look at this. Oh! EXO gonna go in onto JRM, procs
my god.
Silver bolts twice and gets the kill even from the shield of a kill trying to save his ADR. Ooh, lots of damage onto EXO, but he can just, you know, life back up.
Yeah. So we'll see what they decide to do here. This is possible. Oh, slingshot coming in.
Subjugate does connect onto Toinks. There's the Let's Bounce from the Honey Colette. He's gonna go in and separate the members of the Fuse Esports as it's going to be the Hail Mary pass, the last stand for this team as MSKI are just wrecking the base of Infuse Esports. EXO looks like it's gonna go down again. One more hit. Oh my god, it's gonna survive. But look at this, the Nexus just taking so much damage, and ladies and gentlemen, in this best of 2 series, MSKI were able to get a dominating lead.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to change his voice in that last part. That was weird, but alright, GG coming in from MSKI, and that was a great game from them. They made a couple of mistakes here and there, but in the end, Infuse made more. And they really were not able to get the mid-game lead na we were mentioning earlier, no?
Yes.
We were saying that they needed to get that mid-game spike, but they couldn't pull off the proper team fights. They couldn't set up properly around objectives, and in the end, nanalo na talaga yung MSKI from laning phase. They were able to take a couple of turns, especially top, grabe.
Yes.
Kawawa talaga si Gertrude in that matchup, Lysandra versus Renekton.
He had no way to get in.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yes.
Except for that last mid-lane fight, where Gertrude was able to take out EXO. That was their best highlight of this best of 2.
That was a glimmer of hope for Infuse, but then right after that, Colette goes in, and then they didn't expect TG to be in the backside, just backstabbing people.
Yeah, so apparently the jelly beats the belly this game, and we're gonna move on to the next set in just a bit. The next game is gonna be between Imperium Pro Team and Naga Esports. So far, let's take a look at the standings. I mean, the schedule. And that's gonna be Imperium Pro Team again versus Naga from 7 to 8. Again, that's another best of 2 in both teams, no? Looking strong. Naga with the great rotations and having that game knowledge in terms of yung mga power picks natin, no? Coming into this meta. And of course, Imperium Pro Team, veteran team with the experience, with the mechanics. Which one will win in the best of 2?
Yes, exactly. So again, guys, we'll just take a very short break. Okay, you can see the standings right now. MSKI, 5 points atop. You know, they're top on that Pro Gaming Series. What do you call it?
Hierarchy.
Mountain or tower? What's better? I think tower.
Yeah.
Let's go with that one. All right, so it looks like MSKI were able to get the 3 points against Infuse Esports. We'll be back after a short break. Again, the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split is brought to you by the official shotmate of the PGS. Booster C Genius Energy Shot. Boost your focus, boost your game. I am, of course, GS Asteroid with a 9 alongside here with me is
GS Amplifier.
And we'll be right back.